So this is a 9:56 start time. That's 9:11. Bring these motherfuckers down to their goddamn knees. So what we doing here, I got a response back from Dane. He identified other locations of other documents. But the trust documents is the wealth, and the wealth was the last thing to seize because under the ancient code of thieves, when you locate your property, the identification of the location is the assertion of the superior rights. So with that being said, welcome y'all in here, and I'm about to do some invites for a minute. Still drinking my coffee. My voice still sounds like I just woke up in the morning because I just got up about not too long ago. So I'm going to do these invites. I want y'all to share this because we finna do some cross-nation knocking. We finna knock these motherfuckers off our shit. So right now I'm sending these invites. So while that's going on,
advantage of Consumers Energy's Black Friday savings all season long to get a free smart thermostat.
I'm trying to see what happened to my music because when I drink my coffee in the morning, I like to hear some music playing in the background. Alright, so here we go with the invites. We're gonna do these invites. They done fucked up. They ain't answered me, y'all. These motherfucking imposters, invaders, frauds, fakes, they fucked up now. And he with the shits. He's with the eviction shits. It's going the fuck down. So I'm finna go and answer his question because he wanna know how the fuck did they do this shit. I'm finna bust this shit from A to Z right here. I'm finna bust this motherfucker from Alpha to Zeta or from Alpha to Omicron, the Omega, from the beginning to the end. I'm gonna walk y'all up to the day on this shit. I don't know what the fuck done got into me, but I seen the guy responded, goddammit, and the shit is on the fucking floor. Y'all should be sharing this motherfucker, because I'm about to bring the heat. I'm finna walk y'all through how they stole your shit, stole your identity, gave you their identity, and got you motherfuckers thinking you them and they ain't us. We look alike, but we ain't alike. I don't know where these motherfuckers think that we weren't gonna figure this shit out. But this is all go back to them hijacking our rites of passage program to teach these boys how to be men, teach these girls how to be honorable, noble women. They done fucked around and undermined our shit. So when I get well done with these invites, we about to get into the A to Z shit. From the invasion proper to the eviction proper. These motherfuckers don't own shit over here, don't belong over here, they don't run shit here. Right? So, only way we can do it, we gotta do it our way. We can't do it their way. That's the trick, motherfuckers. That's the trick. Make you do it their way. On they shit, there's no way out of a motherfucking closed loop. They got you in a closed loop, filing motherfucking paperwork, trying to get free from some paper traps that they created. We finna be about this shit today. Let Dane be listening to this motherfucker. Rashida gonna post this motherfucker on YouTube. But motherfuckers, we here to bring the heat now. I was wondering if my brother was gonna respond, but mama said he gonna respond. Just be patient. He responded. I'm giving y'all motherfuckers a heads up. Dane responded to me, y'all. He know what the fuck going on, and this shit going the fuck down. When I get done telling him how they did it, and why these motherfuckers over here with feathers think they came over here with fezzes on. You motherfuckers had feathers, they had fezzes. We finna fez fuck their ass right in the brain right here. This going down. I'm starting with motherfucking, why the fuck they get kicked out of Europe? Ask them niggas, why y'all get kicked the fuck out of Europe? Then ask them how did some motherfuckers that you claim to have civilized crawl out of cave and kick your ass out of Europe, you Etruscan motherfuckers. Right? They ain't gonna answer you. They don't know the answer. I know the answer. They was over there fucking babies and drinking adrenochrome. Teaching other motherfuckers how to do that shit and doing Babylonian money magic to keep you motherfuckers poor, impoverished while they live off your wealth. That shit is over with. We ain't doing that shit no more. So we gonna get into these motherfucking invites. We're almost done with them because it's only so many that you can invite. But we gonna A to Z this shit. This is American history, world history 101, back to basics. We about to bust these motherfuckers in their pussy. Stinking ass motherfuckers. They got the right one at the motherfucking mic today. And the right energy. Controlled aggression is what this shit called. Controlled motherfucking aggression. They don't think we can control the aggression. They think we gonna bug the fuck out and go around and just start killing motherfuckers. Are you fucking serious? Well, we about to kill your doctrine. Your doctrine of divide and conquer, how you keep us fighting against each other. You got motherfuckers that's been in this motherfucker thousands of years talking about their goddamn Moor. We wasn't no Moors before 1492, and we wasn't no Moors before 1611. Make this shit make sense, motherfucker. We wasn't no motherfucking Moors before. Who is these motherfuckers and where they come from? Who is they? The motherfuckers say Dane ain't the chief of the Griots because this motherfucker don't think he a Moor. He ain't no goddamn Moor. He not no fucking Moor. He a chief on the land, walking the land as a free man. Y'all motherfuckers don't even know your own motherfucking history, let alone who the fuck you is in order to get your shit back. As long as you don't know who the fuck you is and you don't remember your culture, you ain't getting shit back. And all you fence-sitting motherfuckers sitting back waiting on something to happen so you can throw your hand out and reach for a hand. And no, you sitting on the fence, motherfucker. You stay on that motherfucker when the shit go down. That's where you stay, right on the goddamn fence. You half-involved ass motherfuckers. All these motherfuckers is about to be exposed for what the fuck they is. So my brother want to know how they did this shit, right? So rounding to the end of these invites, I'm going to tell you how they did it. It was a motherfucking conjure war. The conjure war was the result of an invasion that spilt excessive blood and left excessive people displaced and whole families destroyed from that shit. So in order to stop the bloodshed, they challenged us to a conjure war. The conjure war, we had... Take your feathers off, you motherfucking Moors. Take your feathers off, chiefs. We gonna see which one of you motherfuckers gonna remember when July the motherfucking 4th, 2019 run around. How many of you motherfuckers gonna know who you is? They said none of us. We wouldn't know if we was Moors or if we was motherfucking chiefs. Right? So if you don't see no flag of the bays and you think you a motherfucking bay and you ain't got no motherfucking juice where the flag don't fly, that's motherfucking Ottoman Rule 101 to the motherfucking code of the flag. The motherfucking flag of the bays is carried by the motherfucking Nubian nation of Moors right now. It's a facsimile of the original. The original is in the motherfucking George Washington Masonic Memorial. Bust this fucking shit in the Badusi. Right? I hope y'all sharing, because I'm not even started yet. I'm just warming up doing invites. I ain't even got started on their ass. I'm going to have to tune this motherfucking controlled aggression down some in order to give y'all a coherent understanding of what these motherfuckers did. And once y'all understand what they did and how they did it, then you'll understand, motherfucker, how to get out of it. You can't use they shit to get you out of they shit, because they shit, the more you use it, the deeper you get. It's quicksand. That shit quicksand. Now I'm done with my invites. Alright? Dane done fucking answered, y'all. Dane done answered. He gonna put this shit on the floor, so I gotta give him what he need. And this is where we give him what he need. All these motherfuckers came over here thinking that they gonna take our shit. They said they stole our land, but my motherfucking land's still here. They squatting on it, but they ain't took it nowhere. The shit ain't gone. The shit not gone. It's still here. They got the records. They got the files. They got the flags. They got the motherfucking feathers, and the fez is in the memorial. The feathers is hidden. The fez is out in the motherfucking open. Washington Memorial. Look this shit up. Washington Memorial, they got the fucking fezzes of the niggas involved. Big B and Bay. Big B and Bay was the motherfucking spearhead to this shit. Almanac writer, designer of Washington, D.C., using gematria, sacred geometry, to create an artificial energy trap in a city that they call Washington, D.C. So now, let's get into how these motherfuckers did it. They took us to the International World Court under the Uniform Commercial Code. They claimed we crashed into their ship. This is how we got under Admiralty law. They said we crashed into their ship with our body of land. Now, the position to right is automatically ours, because they got to prove that our landmass ran amok and crashed into their ship. So the shipwreck that they're claiming, that they've been keeping us under Admiralty law, they had to keep a ship in the bay off D.C. And the ship off D.C. held the motherfucking deeds and the motherfucking rulings on the trust to date. We captured that motherfucker when you seen that motherfucking shaman sit behind Pelosi's desk with the flag with no fringes. We sank they fucking battleship on our shit. Right? We sank they battleship. You motherfuckers still chasing motherfucking ghost stories in the open while the real shit going down behind your motherfucking back. And you don't even know it. I'm telling you the fucking shit right now. This the shits. So let me try to pipe it down a little bit, because I got this motherfucking fire burning right now to blaze these motherfuckers' asses on a level of fire that they ain't seen yet. They say when the motherfucking king speak, he bring the goddamn fire. So Larry and them over here negotiating the liberation of other motherfucking political motherfucking prisoners. The Conjure War is a chess game. It's called 5D Galactic Chess. 5D Galactic Chess. And they kept telling y'all Trump was playing 5D Galactic Chess. It's a series of sub-games that go to the major game. But the major game is the one we concerned with, because it got you niggas running around talking about white folks and black folks, and don't none of them motherfuckers exist. I ain't seen no motherfucker look like a black crayon or a white crayon. Don't none of them motherfuckers exist. Before they came, we had every shade and hair texture on this land, walking this land in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Then they came and upset the peace. Since they upset the peace, we here to establish justice. Right? Because when they upset the peace, that's what the fuck you supposed to do. So Dane said, how did they do it? The first thing they did was accuse us of crashing America into their ship. If you know Admiralty law, you know that means that the ship that was out of control lacked a motherfucking captain and a navigator. So they said our ship, Turtle Island, had no navigators and no motherfucking chief, no captain to drive the ship, and we crashed into their ship. Right? This is their allegation. So now galactic motherfucking, international court that's centralized. This is why they keep telling you this peace and friendship shit. They violated every treaty. Do you know why they violated every treaty? Because it ain't got no right in these motherfuckers. They look like us, but these motherfuckers ain't us. They say, Rod, you gotta stop the divide and conquer. This ain't divide and conquer. This is motherfucking truth for consequences, motherfucker. Every time we try to come up out this shit, a motherfucker look like us. He don't look pink. He look like this. He got hair like this. Go back and look in your history books. And ain't no pink motherfuckers doing this shit. It ain't no pink motherfuckers doing this shit. And as long as you niggas keep believing that, and as long as you keep talking about you a goddamn more slave catching ass, do this paperwork nigga. The trap is the paperwork, the paperwork's the paper chain. The paper chain tied to the Admiralty right. As long as you are signing that paperwork and registering with these motherfuckers, then goddamn it, you they slave. You they servant, you they motherfucking, whatever the fuck they want to do with you, whether they want to fuck your babies, whether they want to eat your ass, barbecue you on the grill, no matter what the fuck they want to do with you, when you doing this paperwork, talking about a goddamn nationality. A nation is a corporation. We ain't had no goddamn nationality before these motherfuckers came. We was global guys and international guys, intergalactic guys. We ain't deal with no goddamn nation. Nations is for trolls, for slaves, for motherfuckers who don't know who the fuck they is. That's why you got to keep putting it on paper, because you don't remember the oral rights of the land. We kept paperwork, but we kept our shit out in the open, so a motherfucker can't be doing no dirty secret squirrel shit behind the scenes. So as long as they can pull their motherfucking plans behind the scenes and you niggas can't see it, that y'all fucked. You fucked, because you gonna go file some paperwork talking about a nationality. No, but you at least say get a good Moorish education. Study these motherfuckers here. Get a good I'm a Cherokee High Chief. Get you a good Moorish education so you can know who your enemy is. Your sworn enemy. They look like us, but these motherfuckers ain't us. They the ones brought hell to our motherfucking heaven. Well, now hell about to get evicted. Hell about to get evicted. So now, once they established that we crashed into their ship, we needed what we called a royal arbitrator. They went to some motherfuckers that didn't have nothing to do with it to carry the claim, right? This is such your treaty of peace and friendship, but it don't got nothing to do with Morocco because it wasn't no Morocco yet, motherfuckers. That country in Africa wasn't Morocco. That motherfucker ain't been Morocco for 100 years yet. Maybe just over 100 years. Go look that shit up. That's not the Morocco they talking about, the Amur Inca Empire. Amur Inca Empire. That's the Morocco they talking about, the Amur Inca Empire. That motherfucker covered this land from the North Pole to the south of motherfucking Chile. And everything in the middle. That's our shit. That's tribal land. And we the motherfucking chiefs come to get our shit. We back for every motherfucking thing they owe. But the problem is, you blind, deaf, and dumb, fake conscious, diet woke motherfuckers pushing the agenda of your sworn enemy. We didn't swear to be their enemy. They swore to be our enemy. We didn't attack them. They attacked us. When you motherfuckers get that right, y'all start understanding what the fuck going on. We didn't attack them. We defenders. We the black piece on the chessboard, you blind, deaf, dumb motherfuckers. That's why they keep calling us black, and it ain't no black motherfucking people. That's what the black mean. The defenders of the land. Those who defend. When they talk calling you black, that's what the fuck they talking about. When they call a motherfucker that used to call black or more, they mean they converted your ass to the ideology of the invader. Now you gonna swear up and down to your goddamn grave you a Moor. I'm not a goddamn Moor. I'm a Maru Inca. I'm a motherfucking Mississippian Indian around this motherfucker. Take this shit back. Go find out who the fuck the Mississippians is. Because the Mississippians are the motherfuckers that's the Congo Basin. That's the Amur Inca Congo Basin. And that's why the Congo key is the gorilla key, and the gorilla key is the primate key. Right? So every time you motherfuckers get lost in the sauce, them motherfucking Louisiana motherfuckers, because that's where Dane people from, his blood traced up all through Louisiana and all north of Louisiana, up in the Oklahoma territory, all into the plains. That's where his blood come from. I know who the fuck he is. And the motherfucking blind, deaf, dumb motherfuckers on here talking about Dane don't think he a Moor. He goddamn right. Ain't no woke motherfucker in his right mind gonna be running around talking about he a goddamn Moor unless he done lost his shit. Them the same motherfuckers killed Noble Drew Ali. Them the same motherfuckers that created the police because the police worked for them. Them the same motherfuckers that instituted a slave system because we didn't believe in that shit. Them the same motherfuckers that's running around using our same symbols, black fists, talking about some Jewish defamation league. It's the same motherfuckers wrote the Protocols of Zion. It's the same motherfuckers who instituted the Illuminati. It's the same motherfuckers that established the blood shield so they can have a cat's paw to hide behind. If you motherfuckers don't know what's going on, you need to wake the fuck up now. If you don't know what's going on, it might be too late for your dumb ass if you done went out here fucking with these motherfuckers' propaganda machine. Right? So I'm just telling y'all how the fuck it is. Whether you like it or whether you don't like it, whether you want to be a Moor or you don't want to be a Moor. We took that shit over because it was easy, nigga. It was easy. Right? Go back and find out about the motherfucking war between Mealy Ill and Arlov Ill. You motherfuckers don't know what's going on. See Kirkman Bay. Y'all don't even know who these motherfuckers is, but all y'all know is Noble Jew Ali, Oral Statements and Prophecy in Circle 7, but y'all didn't get y'all good Moorish education. Because had y'all got a good Moorish education, you'd have found out that they came over as conquistadors. And the Tudors is a royal family in Europe that was getting kicked out for adrenochrome, drinking, baby fucking, trying to motherfucking teach Babylonian money magic. And then they brought motherfuckers with them. They brought slaves with them. Now this is the good part. Dang, this is what you want to know. The $5 Indians. We converted their ass because they brought them over here to masquerade as us. They brought $5 Indians, which was the remnant that they had captured from the Mongolian wars with Rome and from the motherfucking Hun wars with the Romans. When they got kicked out of Europe, they brought their servants with them and signed contracts called treaties of peace and friendship. The Treaty of Versailles, all these treaties around the world, these motherfuckers are signing blood oaths to keep all people in all places at all times in slavery and in servitude. If you motherfuckers don't want to be rich, if you want to continue to struggle, and you want to continue to have a motherfucker cracking a whip on your back, leave me out this shit. Right? But it's too late now because they done got me too involved to back the fuck up now, and I ain't backing down. I don't know how to do that shit. I need to see 3 kings walk in the land so the people will understand like I understand that this is the end of the rule of the goddamn white man. And the white man ain't white. That's where you fucked up. That's where they got you fucked up. White man ain't white. And he brought his cross and his Bible over here to push his homosexual agenda to keep your sons from ever rising up and beat their goddamn chest like some real platinum back gorillas. That's what they don't want. That's what they don't want. So, put this shit on YouTube. Chop this motherfucker up. Dice it. Send it all over the world. But one thing about it, these motherfuckers, their time is up. Our time is now. YouTube is snitching. Facebook is snitching on you motherfuckers, fence sitters. You're sitting on the fence and you don't want to talk. You don't want to share a video, but you want to hear. When the shit go down, what you gonna do? You gonna have to choose a side. You better choose right. If you don't want to get the information out, every motherfucking tribe, north, south, east, and west, sent motherfuckers to fight the Seminole Wars. Every motherfucking tribe, north, south, east, and west, sent motherfuckers to Florida to fight the Seminole Wars. That's why Florida the finish line. Florida, Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago is the capital of the Seminole Nation. Mar-a-Lago is the capital of the Seminole Nation. Whoever Trump's sitting with, run this bitch in secret. Because the capital of motherfucking Seminole Nation is Mar-a-Lago. They tricked them motherfuckers into putting that shit in the public domain for one of the chiefs to see. And when you look at the motherfucking construction and the architecture, and then you listen to the name, you know what the fuck going on without nobody telling you. You don't even know why you know. Alibaba, that's Alabama. Alibaba, the great father, the Ali key off Noble Drew Ali on the Rodney Ali knock to a knockback. Them Alabama niggas, they not playing either. They keep underestimating us country boys. Keep underestimating us country boys. You motherfuckers don't know. It's more than one way to skin a cat It's more than one way to bust a gat, and it's more than one way to get these motherfuckers off our shit. Go back to your culture. What Elijah Muhammad say? Go to your own and follow your own ways. You can get rid of this motherfucker. You can get rid of this motherfucker then. And Justice Holy knocked from Florida for Holy Justice. And Holy Justice flipped Rodney Ali to Rodney to get a Rodney Key for Ali Key. Ali Baba, nigga, that's Alabama. You niggas don't know who you is? You niggas don't know who the fuck you is? Ali Baba, nigga, Ali Baba. The great father. Ask them motherfucking old motherfuckers 100 years old that's out in the community that y'all think that they useless now. Ask them, who is this great motherfucking father that walked with the black dog? You go ask them that and they gonna tell you, uh-oh. Why you ask me that? Is he here? Why you ask me that? If he here, that shit over with. They not getting that shit past the great father because he know the culture too well. He know the lingo too well. On the tit for that to a knock back, up and down, across the land, on a zigzag, zig flip, inside and out. I wrote that shit from the beginning, you stupid motherfuckers. You stupid motherfuckers, it won't work on me. So they use mirrors, images, to flip you an imposter flip to make you think you somebody other than who the fuck you is. We was already here. We ain't come on no goddamn ships. The ancestors got it documented from the time them motherfuckers came. They kept telling them we came to bring the slave ships, and they was like, we don't see no fucking ships. But you niggas don't read your own language, so you won't even know your ancestors telling you, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, you ain't come on no ship. You ain't come on no ship. Nigga, we had afros and dreadlocks in this bitch. They got you thinking we lived in TPs. We use a TP for the same thing you use a tent for now, a camping trip. So they catch the chief out camping and try to take his feathers, so why we gotta fight for this shit? Are you niggas woke? Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? When they tell your ass you need to follow your divine birthright and get you a nationality card, they telling you to sell your birthright under the pretenses of a nation, which is a slave-holding corporation. The slave-holding corporations merged and became the corporation known as the United States. They used to be called the Virginia Company and the Northwest Trading Company. Go look them up. They undermined us. They tricked us. They deceived us. They lied to us. They rewrote the history to make it fit the narrative they wanted you to follow. Right? But we ain't living no goddamn TPs. We lived in motherfucking mansions. So when they kicked us out the mansions with murder and massacre, then they put some nigga in there to act like he was the slave, a house nigga. Right? He act like he was the slave the whole time he owned the goddamn plantation. But you niggas can't see that. They told you in Django. That's why at the end of the movie he murdered that bootlicking ass nigga because he was the owner. Them pale motherfuckers was the dogs he was sicking on your ass. Them was the German Shepherds. 1960s now. They using four-legged dogs. So you got two-legged dogs sicking four-legged dogs on motherfucking people. Well, they done fucked up now. Dogs don't scare me. Dogs don't scare me. Send them motherfuckers. I got dogs too, motherfucker. DMX, Dark Man. Knocking. This is for my dogs, right? The black dog. The one that walked with the great father. We talking about Anubis, Anupu, and we talking about Jehuti, Thoth, right? But when you lose sight of who you is, they can tell you any goddamn story they want to tell you. Right? So, when the war started getting too thick in Florida, everything just stopped. That doesn't make sense. Because I know us. Nigga, we don't never stop fighting. We will fight a motherfucker for 250,000 years, lifetime after lifetime, until we get what's rightfully ours. Because we don't want nobody else shit. We only want our shit. And we want all of ours to get all of theirs out the gate. We want all of ours to get all of ours out the gate. Right? I get mine last. Because when everybody else get their shit, they gonna take care of me until I get my shit. Then I'm gonna take care of some more people. Because that's how we do. We don't back down. We don't quit. Them motherfuckers better act like their asses is on fire now. Stop, drop, and roll before we shut them down, open up shop. Right? So, they came over, accused us of crashing. That's why Malcolm say, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. That's their storyline. The Plymouth was a ship. The Plymouth was a ship. Just like the good ship Jesus, or the Nina, the Maria, and the Pinta, the Maria, Santa, whatever the fuck them ships is. That shit don't got nothing to do with us. That shit don't got nothing to do with us. But we keep chasing each other down, trying to force each other to go by the doctrine of the oppressor that's deceiving us, standing right next to us, look like us. Everywhere them niggas go, they start shit. You got a group of peaceful people, them us, from Moo. You got a group of peaceful people, but they think because we peaceful, we won't snatch a knot in that ass. Got me fucked up. We not Martin. We don't go along to get along. That shit's in the history books. The Pilgrims is just a motherfucking, the Fall Guy. That's the beginning of the Fall Guy story. Go back and look at the pictures, Dane. When you do the video, show them the Moors hiding behind the Europeans because they was using the Europeans as the front line. Show them the pale-skinned Europeans with the Moors hiding behind them in the pictures. It's always been there. It ain't new. They have to put it in the public domain because you got to figure it out with amnesia. Nigga, I'm the hardest thinking motherfucker that ever thought on this motherfucker to be thinking. And that's why they call me thought, because thought is the root word of thought. Right? So now that we understand what the thought is, watch this motherfucking sun, the horse rising. You know what I'm saying? We got to go back to our shit to overthrow them. Our shit is oral tradition. In the oral tradition, the qualified person, either identified by the chief or by the people, because ain't no big eyes and no little U's in our shit. Once we identify the location of our shit and we have the significant qualifications to administer over what we identify, we claim that. That's how we did it. Ancient Code of Kings, Ancient Code of Thieves. The Code of Thieves is called the Code of the Thuggee. It was written down in the Ayurvedic school of thought in India when they went and got the motherfucking caste scrolls. But they never want you to learn that shit because you would have knew how to reclaim your shit no matter who steps on your shit. So they keep telling me they stole my land. I'm talking about my shit still here. But who the fuck is these motherfuckers on this bitch? They not us. I've been knowing this shit since I was 2 years old. I just didn't know how to tell you motherfuckers. Now that I'm a grown-ass man and I understand everything they doing and how they doing it, the mechanics and the inner workings and all of the gears, I done disassembled that shit, reverse engineered it. They ain't us, we ain't them. They don't like us, but we can get less in the fuck. That's where our position is. They don't like us, but they act like us. Right? They swearing down that we the worst motherfuckers on the planet, but they the ones do dirt everywhere they go. And you niggas fall for that shit. Y'all fall for it. Y'all don't support the real. Y'all support the frauds all the time. A fraud don't got no problem getting 200 motherfucking thousand likes on a booty shaking video. We believe in booty shaking in our culture. We believe in the woman expressing her femininity in our culture. What we don't believe in is taking ignorance over intelligence. We don't believe in that shit. That shit was taught to us. They modern system of education, school, look the word up, trace the etymology back. It mean hell. Stop sending your children to be educated by your sworn enemy. What's the first thing they did? Set up churches and goddamn learning institutions in order to train you to be a slave. Because you don't know how to do it by nature. They need a 12-step detox program to stop you from thinking on higher consciousness. That's why they kicked my ass out of school. We can't wrap his brain around this shit. He keep engulfing this shit with his brain. They said I couldn't learn. I was incorrigible. They can't teach me shit. He got his own mind. He won't listen to nobody. My mama said, I told y'all. You can't make him do shit. But since they can't make me do shit and I do anything in the interest of love, and the only thing I love is my people. Right? My family. And right now, all tribes are equally under attack by the same enemy equally. So therefore, when I sound the alarm for the Mississippians, it's sounding the alarm for every tribe so similarly situated, which means that when I point to Dane Calloway and say, this is where the trust documents are in Kansas, right here, where this motherfucking cave at, because they tried to burn them down with the burning of the churches and the burning of the motherfucking city buildings. They tried to burn all of the records up. And when they couldn't burn them up, they got put on notice that if they burn another record, they lose their position. So they stopped burning the records and started burying the records. Literally and figuratively. They bury them in the lies buried, where they can keep it buried under the lies. They bury that shit in the caves because you niggas is not going to even consider to even look in the cave. You too busy following they hood narrative, trap house bullshit. Well, they in the worst trap house of all because they got trapped in this motherfucker. This is the Roach Motel motherfucker. You come in, when you leave out this motherfucker, you flat on your goddamn back. We ain't the ones. So now you got the motherfucking Tomahawk knocking, the Cherokee, the Choctaw, the Ojibwe, the Osho, the Bigash. Tribes you ain't even never know about. Like the Taino, the Moreno. Right? There's so many fucking tribes over here. And then we got a hierarchy even among the separation in the tribes. We still got lineage ties to each other. We know who the fuck we is when you niggas get your head out your ass. Stop. We only been being called more as a substitute because they called us Indian because they ain't know who the fuck we was. Now, Columbus said he was going to India to find a trade route to go around the Silk Road. Right? But India wasn't India at the time. It was Hindustan. It wasn't even India. So where the fuck was he really going? He was coming over here. So, I don't want to make this too long. I won't even know how they did it. So, it was a system. The biggest problem is to block the borders so that we can't do trade off the land unless we go through them. So, the first thing they did was seize the ports all over the country. That's why if you look all over the country right now, all the ports is closed. Only thing getting through is motherfucking postal mail. The Pony Express, that ain't no motherfucking American shit. That's Indian shit. That's us. The Postal Service used to be our shit. The Postmaster General used to get the motherfucking complaints from across the land on who was the motherfuckers that we needed to bump straight. Everybody bump straight ain't the same. Some motherfuckers can see the motherfucker that's delivering a message and remember his message. He bumped straight at that point. You don't have to go around trying to jack everybody up by the collar talking about you bumping them straight. Sometimes they need to see you doing your part, which clarifies their part. So, the system gave us an artificial educational system, which Dane and broke that shit down already. If you don't know, go look it up. They gave us an artificial political system that maintained the appearance of an adversarial system, but it's only an appearance. It used to be the Democratic Republic Party. They split it into two parts. Same bird, different wings, right? So when they did that, it confused the people. But we always gonna ride the symbols to our success in their face while we standing on their neck. They think they got us. They trapped themselves. George Herbert Walker Bush said they know everything, and goddamn it, we know it all. We got your paperwork. We got your transcripts. We got your teletypes. We got your codes, your crack sheets, your code sheets. We see it in the newspaper. We see it on the television. We see it on the billboards. We see it when your planes are spraying the skies trying to block out the sun. None of that shit ain't gonna stop the gods from rising. You're wasting your goddamn time. Ain't none of that shit gonna stop us from rising. We here now in force, in mass. I never seen no shit like this, and all the times I've been back to this motherfucker, I never seen this many masters congregated in one place at the same time. There's too many of them here to lose. They knocking from all four corners of the globe. You motherfuckers is fucked. Y'all done stepped on the wrong land with the wrong doctrine. They didn't steal our shit, they squatted on it. They didn't steal our shit, it's still here. When you step outside on the soil, that shit's still here. They didn't steal it. They squatted on it. Then they told us we ain't them, that we came on ships, so we won't never figure out who we is. Go back to the George Washington challenge because they took the feathers out of the quote. The challenge is this. If we give them harsh treatment, if we mistreat them and miseducate them, lie to them and block them from their wealth, right? At the end of 200 years, which expired on July the 4th, 2019, after 200 years, none of them won't know one from the other. I'm going to let that sink in while I get me a sip of coffee. 200 years later, nigga, I'm here. I see this shit so goddamn clear. Your conjure don't work. So what was the conjure? It was called the broken mirror conjure. Shattering of the mind by shattering the mirror with a spell at the crossroads. So when they called me from across the crossroads, I couldn't understand why I'm stepping on all this broken glass. Now it makes sense. When they shattered the mirror, they shattered the mind. And they shattered the mind of the matriarch. Gave her schizophrenia. Once she was in a schizophrenic condition, they replaced her. They replaced her with a merman, a mermaid, a merman, a motherfucking seahorse. A motherfucking XY female. It look like a female, but it ain't no motherfucking female. That's how they infiltrate the motherfuckers on planets like this. They send a man in, but it look like a bitch. Crossdresser, a drag queen. Artificial uteruses and motherfucking XY females. They born to be male, but they don't come out male. They come out looking like a woman. So that they can carry the baby for the motherfucking parasite. Right? These motherfuckers ain't us. And stop trying to be these motherfuckers. If you want to call yourself a Moor and you know your blood's calling you from the land, don't call yourself nothing. Just say you an original. When you don't know who you is, just say you an original sovereign being of the planet Earth. That's sufficient. Stop claiming shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. We was doing this shit before Bible was ever wrote. And we gonna be doing this shit when we get done burning them bitches. The Bible is a conjure. The Bible is the conjure that enforced the spell that they laid on us. Most of us ain't gonna never crack the code of the Bible. Right? We ain't gonna never crack that code. Well, I'm gonna tell you. The Old Testament and the New Testament, the same testament. Because the testament is a testament of falsehood and misinformation in order to mislead the chosen ones of God. And the chosen ones of God are the ones that wake up when they hear the voice of Rod. Because I'm going to tell you the goddamn truth from the position of right, whether you like it or not. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. I don't give a fuck if you done picked up an L and put it on the back of your name and now your feelings hurt. That's what you were supposed to do in order to take their shit over. While they trying to take you over, you supposed to be trying to take them over. Then the masters come in, Bay El Ali, behind their name. What you don't even know is that Bay bumped the motherfucking L and the Ali in order to be an exalted one out of the Ali Baba clan coming out of Alabama. That's the motherfucking Egyptian motherfucking basin right there. Egypt ran to Mississippi. Memphis is motherfucking Heliopolis, Thebes, and Memphis. Heliopolis is the city of the sun. The city of the sun is Los Angeles. Right? Heliopolis, Thebes. Thebes is the city that the thieves came to. That's Chicago. That's where we got to find out what they were stealing the babies from the doula center. The thieves. They were stealing the babies, the chief babies from the doula center that they turned into a motherfucking community hospital. So when they steal the babies, they give them to the motherfucking Moor man to raise like it's her baby, but she can't have no motherfucking one of us. So the child grow up disconnected from the parent, even though he love them because they raise him, but he don't know why he don't vibe with these motherfuckers, because they ain't him and he ain't them. Right? So now, when the chief come in and say, hey, you see that picture on your wall? And that picture right there? That's her shit. Not yours. You make sure that this boy, girl, daughter get her shit that you was holding in the abeyance because you ain't think the chief was going to drive up on your motherfucking ass and tell you whose shit this is. It's her shit. Give her her birthright. Right? So then all this shit she stole or that was stole on her name, because some of them motherfuckers is totally oblivious to the fact of what they is too. Can't tell them all everything. Right? You can't tell them all everything even if they working with you. That ain't how we operate. They operate to control the minds of the people. We operate to liberate the minds of the masses. We the po-righteous teachers they talk about. Them the same niggas that killed motherfucking Puddin'. Clarence 13X. Father God Allah. In motherfucking New York. On his turf. The same niggas. The same niggas that poisoned Ben Ami. Yahweh Ben Yahweh talking about he had cancer. Them the same niggas. Right? Poisoned my man Bozeman from the Black Panther movie. They gave him what they do, they dice up tiger whiskers. Put it in your food. Tell you got colon cancer. Nigga, they murdering your ass slow. That's a painful, slow death. It's a painful, slow death. But we ain't falling for it. "64th and Blackstone. That's the hood there. That's the hood. That's where my mama was staying right around the corner from there when I was born. And my big mama was all over this bitch. Right? So, so Yahweh Ben Yahweh was sent out by Elijah Muhammad to go take over that Hebrew Israelite bullshit that they came with to try to get away from the fact that they originally came over here as what you call Moorish Zionist Jews that taught Islam and they taught the Hebraic doctrine. So we had to cover all that shit. But you got niggas like Siraj Wahaj defected to the enemy. Right? They went to go over there where they can marry 6-year-old girls and that shit legal. Yeah, that shit ain't legal over here. That shit ain't moral or legal. And you talking about you a Muslim. Now, whether they do it or not, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this. Them niggas ain't speaking out against it. But they'll come out against Malachi York. They'll come out against motherfucking Minister Farrakhan. They won't even acknowledge the kings of the land. So them niggas is suspect. They want to go to the Middle East. Send them niggas on their merry way. Put them on something. Get them the fuck away from here because they can't stay here. I don't know what they gonna do when they get over there, because we got motherfuckers in the Middle East, Africa, Europe, Asia, islands, South America, Central America, Hawaiian Islands, the motherfucking South Pacific, motherfucking Australia, New Zealand. Ain't nowhere for them to go but off world. So there's only two ways to get off world. The elders got to come back and get them, because they don't belong to fuck here. Or if they was born to be here and they soul out, will be beheaded so they can be recycled and come back with the right mind frame under the right doctrine. Yep, so LJ Presley was talking about she got her matriarchal call. A lot of them sisters, they will want to be frustrated because they end up getting caught back to where their grandparents came from. How the fuck I get caught in this city? The matriarchs calling y'all home to reclaim y'all shit. They calling y'all all over the world. Motherfuckers is being called back and dispatched to locations in order to reclaim everything according to the laws of Mott. The laws of righteousness. I want to let the brother Frank Johnson come in because I'm about told y'all what I needed to tell y'all. It won't let me add you, Frank. And so I can't add a guest. I figured that. Right? So, as long as my sisters is displaced, what do I mean by that? We a matriarchal system. All of our shit is passed through the motherline. That's why the Bible say you will leave your mother and father and cleave unto your wife, and y'all shall become one flesh, one family, one kindred. Right? Eve's name was Hawa. Hawa means tribal leader. And they came and undermined the whole process. The Bible telling you that. Jacob. Y'all want to be Jacobins. Everywhere you see the name Jacob in your paperwork, that means they stealing your birthright. Especially if it's a last name. If it's a first name, it's directly telling you who he is. If it's a last name, Jacobins, that's Yakub. And Yakub grabbed the devil as the white man, and the white man ain't white. Right? The white man ain't white. That nigga darker than me. And Yakub is Jacob, and Jacob means supplanter, and the supplanter means to undermine. The undermine means to dig beneath the roots in order to bring this shit, implode this shit on itself so that you can take it over. They will not do that shit on my watch. I'm Black Moses, motherfucker, and I'm a part of the Red Sea. That's a sea of blood so the Crips can see up the middle who to attack. Right? So we got the motherfucking 5 off the motherfucking off the Chi-Town flip on the Peastone Nation. That's red. And we got the Bloods be walking off the West Coast. That's red. And right up the middle, here I come. A single arrow. A golden arrow. Striving for a motherfucking emerald lake out of a golden bow. About to bust these motherfuckers in they badussi. Right? So we gonna get these matriarchs back they shit. Not because we think that the women is different in rulership or superior in rulership. It's just that this day shit. If you put shit where it's supposed to be, it'll run how it's supposed to run. Then you don't have the grieving vexations of grievances about the shit not going right. This day shit. True blue to the end, matter. True blue to the end. My heart don't waver. I don't fake or fold. Right? So this is how we doing this shit. Now, for Dane to identify the trust document specifically and explain to the people what a trust is and what the trust documents supposed to tell us. Secures the trust documents in the hand of the qualified agreed. When we go back online with our shit, when they shit fall, when we come back online, every tribe is going to send a grid. And they got to answer to Dane. And Dane ain't no goddamn Moor. So you can be mad because he said he ain't a Moor. You need to find out who the fuck you is. Because you might not belong here. That's probably why you got an attitude at him for saying he ain't a Moor. Because you probably don't supposed to be here. You might be one of them. Mermen. Look like a woman with a pussy. But it ain't. Chromosomes say it ain't. It's a seahorse. So all them whores you see is just seahorses. Fuck them motherfuckers. They don't got nothing to do with us. They don't got nothing to do with us. They got to go somewhere else to conduct a business because business is closed over here in the Amur Inca. Right? So in the Amur Inca, when they said Amaru translate into Moor, is where they fucked up and told the truth. It's where they fucked up. That let us know that Moray, the ones that came, is not Amaru. They two different groups of people. So while you in that shit, you ain't listening to Tariq Bey. Right? You ain't listening to none of the elders that's telling you in the science why Noble Drew Ali say get a good Moorish education. But your niggas think you know everything because you read the Circle 7. You can't graduate a child from the first grade with that book. It's not enough education in the Circle 7 to graduate a regular child in this system from the first grade. So if that's where the whole source of your information come, you just failed your mission. You just failed. Flat out. The sister tried to get in. It won't let me take no guests, y'all, so there's no sense of sending no requests. Because I would let you in, but the Facebook seems that it don't want me in. Right? So I have 191 viewers to a 9/11 flip to bring these bitches to their knees. Right? It ain't time yet. No, it's so much literature to Moorish literature that y'all don't even know about. Right? Like most Moors never heard of a book called The Scramble for Africa. About how they divided Africa up. White man's burden. They don't know what the white man burden is. They don't know what the papal bulls of 1301 that gave the Pope the ownership of all of the souls on the earth that didn't know who the fuck they was. They don't know about that shit. But they got a good Moorish education in their mind. But they not telling you shit. They not telling you that we use they shit to conceal who we was. And you don't supposed to take the doctrine as the gospel. Anything written in the book, all that shit is a tarot card for you to read a clue. That's it. What's written in your soul is that eternal information. That's the shit I'm knocking for. If you tell enough truth to a motherfucker, eventually he gonna have a headache and then he gonna see clear. You're gonna flip his motherfucking lens, a Lucifer lens. Right? They've been telling you all this goddamn time Lucifer and the devil the same motherfucker. Devil mean enemy. Lucifer mean one who comes to enlighten. That don't even make sense to me. But you niggas fall for it. You don't even know Satan mean clay thing of clay. That mean the human body. So everywhere you see a human body, you see a Satan. Right? And all Satans is governed by Set. Simple as that. And if you control by your Satan, you control by your dark self, your shadow self. Not until you overcome your shadow self can you see the light. Right? Lucifer is Jesus. Jesus is Isis. Isis is Mother Mary. All words in red is not the same person. Ask any motherfucking first year psychology and forensic profiling and go through the red words. It's not the same person. They don't even talk the same. But y'all so busy caught up in what the preacher telling y'all that y'all can't catch up on what the motherfucking story telling you. The Gospels, the four Gospels, is part of a 21-part play written by Josephus Flavius as a motherfucking Flavian under the Medici families in the motherfucking early motherfucking millennium. It was a play to show the 21 different perspectives. That's 7 times 3. A 2-ball cane flip. Right? So it was to show the 21 different angles in which a motherfucker can see the Messiah of the Hebrews coming. But all this shit was part of a Catholic dogmatic system under the pretense of Catholics. Because the Catholics, or the original Catholics, was the ones who was under the Sphinx. And under the Sphinx is a cavern where you go to learn. And under the cavern, oh shit, Main 21. Now you knocking on hardwood. It's 12 daughters of Isis. Isis make 13. This is the tribes they don't want you to know about. This why they keep pushing that Hebrew shit. The 12 tribes of Israel. They don't count the 13th, which is Israel itself. But the whole acronym, Israel, Isis, Rael, it's Isis Rael. ISIS real is what they telling you. ISIS is real. You keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Big Mama said she's sending her baby girl back to get her shit. She coming back like she left something. Because somebody stole something. And her daughter say, Mama, where my brother at? And she said, I'm sending that nigga, he coming. You know he's slow as fuck. He gotta always take his time to do everything. That's because Mama said the race don't always go to the swift. Sometimes it go to the steady. So sometimes you motherfuckers gotta move slow and steady. ISIS is real. That's Israel. 13 tribes. The 12 daughters of ISIS are different skin complexions, different hair textures all over the world. They dispatched to different regions in order to set up a house of ISIS there, a Catholic church. But it wasn't a church. A church means circle. Church means circle. Right? So it wasn't a church, but the whole structure was kept intact by the Catholics. The only thing is they replaced the men with the women and the women with the men. They replaced the colors so that it can confuse you. It flipped everything opposite. And as long as everything opposite, you can't see clearly what they showing you. The nuns, we used to call them Nun, which is the primordial waters of creation. They was all governed under the Black Madonna. And the Black Madonna seat is the Isis seat, which is the high seat of the Queen of Heaven and Earth on Earth. And only the one with the most matriarchs under their direct command can sit on that seat without frying. And that's why the Pope got to keep it suspended. Go look. It ain't no secret. That seat up there, the Pope sit down here. He sit his ass in that seat up there, he bring their game to an end. So they didn't want nobody accidentally sitting in that motherfucker. So they held that motherfucker 30 feet in the air, up there. They hold it 30 feet in the air up there. Because if a nigga sit in that seat, he gonna fry every motherfucker like him at the same time. The biggest lightning storm you ever seen in your life will hit this bitch from every angle. The biggest, that's why they suspended 30 feet in the air. Nigga, you will not sit your ass in there. If you think of bullshit and take a man over there, get a ladder. Tell him climb up and sit your ass in that chair. He not gonna do it. He gonna get halfway up the ladder and fall off that bitch and faint. Break his neck on the way down. A freak accident. That shit is, that's how God work. That's how God work. God ain't gotta sit here and negotiate with you niggas. God not gonna negotiate. She don't play. They got y'all thinking God got nuts and balls. Nigga, be for real. Adam was created first. Where does the umbilical cord come from? Where did he get his sustenance during his gestation period? Right? They want to give God these supernatural powers that's not allowed in the realm of the earth realm. Right? God not gonna do that. God say anything come into life through this earth got to come through a portal of life. And the portal of life is carried by the matriarchs, and the matriarchs is the mothers. And every crow know. Every crow know. God is the definition of mother in the eyes of every child. Boys and girls. Until somebody tell them different. You have no way of knowing that your mama not God until somebody told you different. They told you a lie. Right? So we're going to put this shit in the public domain. And we let you motherfuckers check this shit. This is some serious shit. This is not a joke. We back for every fucking thing they owe. So to give you a summary, Dane wanted to know how they did it. They falsely accused us, first of all. Didn't they say he was a false accuser? They accused us of crashing into their ship. Right? And as long as they accuse us of crashing into their ship, now we are in what you call international tribunal to determine who crashed where. They had 200 years to prove their case. Right? And the only thing they can do in the 200 years was motherfucking kill a bunch of motherfucking chiefs to stop them from claiming our shit back. They tried to kill me too, but it didn't work. They tried to kill me too, but it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. You see me right here. So, all these motherfuckers that's faking the funk, pretending, acting, presuming, assuming, right? False motherfucking accusers, pointing fingers at other motherfuckers but won't take responsibility for their own fucking dirt. They don't want to go get their shit, but they want you to give it to them when you get it. They won't do none of their own work, but they want you to do it for them. I'm not doing your work for you. Even if I get it, if you don't do your part, you won't get shit. Because you know what's right in your heart and your soul. And those who know what's right in their heart and their soul and they do contrary is a hypocrite. And they going to fall at the wayside with the enemy because they became contracted to the enemy by default on the judgment. Meaning they defaulted on their own self-judgment. You surrendered your birthright to your enemy. Now we got to end your motherfucking life so we can reclaim your birthright in a different incarnation, you stupid motherfuckers. Right? They got y'all teaching all of the dumbest shit in the world. Right? They got y'all teaching all the dumbest shit in the world and niggas follow that shit like it make perfect sense. But then when you tell them some shit that's true, accurate, direct, now you the enemy. Because you upset they peaceful lies. Fuck your lies and fuck your peace if you dwelling in a lie. I'm going to rip the motherfucking blankets off this shit. Now, the instructions is real simple. Because we know we got to make it as simple as possible. All Dane got to do, he don't have to do nothing but, he just put it in the public domain that he know. He know where the trust documents is held. That's all he got to do. Then don't let him fuck around and point directly to the documents. Now he sees it for the whole of the community. That's our shit. That's our custom. That's our tradition. The one most qualified to perform the function is obligated by default. Nobody is as qualified. Must carry the motherfucking burden of the position. Or else in other words, if Big Mama didn't prepare you for the job, you wouldn't be fit to carry the motherfucking job. Mama said God ain't gonna put no more on you than you can bear. Well, Mama Bear told Papa Bear, we need to go get our shit, and you the only motherfucker qualified to get it. I told her, fuck these motherfuckers, they don't want their shit. They don't even like me. They don't give a fuck about me. Don't nobody that look like this give two shits about me because they the ones keep shitting on me every time I turn around. And every time I turn around for some help, it's a motherfucker don't look nothing like me, giving me all the help I need. Now I'm fucking shook. I'm retarded now. We're trying to figure this shit out. Why is it that the motherfuckers that look like me don't want me around? Now I know why. They was being told by the other motherfucking infiltrators to keep that nigga away, so that way when they do come in, they'll never know I'm coming to tell you how to get free. They'll never know that. They won't never acknowledge me, right? Because they don't want me to tell motherfuckers how to get free. So since they don't want me to tell you motherfuckers how to get free, and since Mama Bear said go get our shit, and since my mama is a motherfucking redhead motherfucking monkey, right? And since I'm a motherfucking redhead monkey's baby with a brass ass, because my mama say I was as bold as a brass ass monkey just like my daddy, and my daddy said she was as rare as a left head monkey, right? And then they produced me. So I'm as brass and brazen as a brass ass monkey, and I'm goddamn it as rare and unpredictable as a redhead left head monkey. The only problem is that baby monkey was no monkey at all. He was a gorilla in training. Right? And they say from the from the shoulders of a giant, the midget could see further than the giant. So now you got a gorilla. I'm standing on the back of matriarchs. Right? Because they rejected me. They said I was going to be the sissy boy, the pink prince. Motherfucker, I like women. I love me some women and fuck these motherfuckers that look like women that ain't really women. Ain't nothing personal, but they don't belong here. They wasn't here and they ain't going to stay. They run around, they come with a uterus, voluptuous, Kim Kardashian looking motherfuckers that can't produce a baby. They look like Kim Kardashian, but they can't make no babies. They got to go get a surrogate. Have a test tube baby. An implant. Or they got to go steal an egg as a butch dyke. You know what a dyke is? Some heavy ass cutters. Because when she lock her legs to coochie grind with a real woman and trying to steal an egg so she can go get it impregnated, that's because she understands who she is. She can smell the ovulation of the woman. The same way as a motherfucking dog smell a dog in heat. And this bitch look like a woman all the way. Some of them got a little scruffy hair on their face. Some of them might have manly shoulders, but they look like a woman. For all intents and purposes, got a vagina. But they don't produce no eggs. They seahorses. If you go back into each Egyptian doctrine, you find something that they call a birth maiden. That was them. They couldn't motherfucking conceive, but they could carry the baby. And they used them in experimentation to carry the babies. And then the motherfuckers got off. They got out into the world and started taking shit over because these stupid motherfuckers opened the portal trying to get some motherfucking Babylonian money magic shit going. Take everybody else shit. This shit don't work on us. Now, if you pull up a map and you look up the Federal Reserve Bank, it's 13 banks. It's 12 across the land, and it's the main bank is in D.C. They only going to actually number 12 banks. The same way they do their 12 tribes of Israel. Because Israel, Jacob, the underminer, is the one concealed. The 13th tribe. And the one concealed is the one they don't want you to know. As if you find out who the 13th tribe is, then you uncover the truth. And when you uncover the truth, you put that shit in the public domain. God take it from there. Once you put it in the public domain, you ain't got to worry about it. People gonna automatically do shit. They not gonna know why they doing it, who told them to do it. They just gonna do it. And when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna be in power and you're not gonna know how you got there. That's why you're supposed to vex your grievances in the public domain. We used to call it soapboxing in the town square. Because you used to stand on the soapbox and vex your grievance. If your grievance held enough validity to get enough attention, then the people across the land spread the word among themselves in order to get you motherfuckers free. In order to resolve the grievance. Right? And every grievance have a final destination, a Supreme Court. These motherfuckers that they call in attorneys, judges, magistrates, they all barristers. All barristers is under the royal crown by something called letters patent. That means they got a title of nobility that they can't pass to their progeny. Right? So what do? They convince their progeny to get a law degree and take the bar exam and become a bar member. Now the law say that they all must be licensed to practice law, but there is no licensing agency to license attorneys anywhere in the country. Right? Because they're acting under false pretenses. They're acting under constructed fraud violation of acting under the color of law, United States Code 1983. Right? So while they doing all this shit, y'all going along to get along, you good bootlicking, tap dancing ass wannabe motherfuckers. Y'all want to be part of the motherfucking problem because y'all scared the solution not gonna come. Fearmongered into submission. Browbeat. My mama said, don't no woman like no hen-pecked man. What that mean? If the hens run the rooster, get that nigga off the yard. He not gonna produce no viable fighting stock. So, that being said, it's 11:11, and I got 11% on my phone. That's 3 11s. That's a 33 and a third on a knock to a knockback across the land. Master to master, chief to chief to take our shit back. So, Rashida gonna post this motherfucker on YouTube, and I would rather do this in an open forum with Dane so he can ask specific questions as to the how they did it. Because I don't really know what part he don't understand, because he understands it clearly to me. They came, they told us we came on ships. They told us we was some shit called a Moor. They told us we was Negroes, Africans, blacks, colored folks. They told us we was everything except they wouldn't tell us who we was. Well, I know who the fuck I am. I know who my clansman is, my tribesman is across the land. Right? And since I'm aware, it's my duty and obligation to inform the clansmen that want to know who the fuck they is and what's going on the land that got us all disoriented. I'm spilling the fucking beans on the enemy. I'm spilling the beans on the enemy. We got infiltrators passing false information, trying to get motherfuckers to give them money to clear out karmic cycles. That's how this shit go. There's not enough money in your motherfucking account that you could pay somebody to clear a karmic cycle for you. It's not possible. All karmic debt must be burnt off the way you burn impurities out of your motherfucking gasoline. It's the only way to do it. You cannot have a third party. You cannot have a third party talking about they clearing your karmic cycles. They cannot do it. They can tell you what you have to do. They can tell you what your work is if they're telling you the truth. Right? But they can't do no karmic clearing on your behalf. I've been telling motherfuckers what they book of life say so they don't know what steps they making and why they making them so they don't fall into the trap. These stupid motherfuckers fall into the trap. I don't understand it. Right? So this is what they call the resurrection of the minds of the righteous ones in order to expose the motherfucking nefarious deeds of the wicked enemies masquerading on our land as if they're part of the motherfucking people. All the time they send their motherfucking kids to come amongst our children, and they kids tell our children, shoot that motherfucker. But when the drama go down, he can't be found. When the drama go down, that nigga can't be found. He started it though. COINTELPRO. Initiated by the infiltrators. Right? So they put some of theirs in the crowd of some of ours. We all look alike and we children. We don't know the difference. 14, 15 years old. We don't know the difference. So then by the time the child turned 21 and his loyalties is locked into who he is, and this motherfucker got him sitting in the penitentiary and he don't even understand how he got there. Now he in the penitentiary and every hog killing come up, some more ass Americans involved. Every hog killing come up in the penitentiary, some more ass Americans is involved. Then I come out here on the streets and I see it again. I see it again. They don't want to hear what Ravana Bey talking about because he's telling you the goddamn truth. They don't want to hear what Taj Tariq Bey talking about because he's telling you the goddamn truth. They want to go listen to some other motherfucker call himself a grand sheik misleading and fleecing the flock. But all the time the motherfucker misleading and fleecing the flock, he pointing to all of the good Moors, telling him them the dirty Moors, so that they won't even go listen to what this motherfucker telling them, because if they listen, they could distinguish between the two. Stop taking sides and shit that was here before you and just fix the problem. Don't take no sides, just fix the problem. That's what my mama told me. When her and my father get in an argument and we talk, and I be like, Mama, why was you and Daddy fighting? She said, baby, that's between me and your daddy. You don't take sides in that. That's not your fight. Right? That's not your fight. Don't take sides. So if I can't take sides when my mom and daddy arguing, why I'm going to take sides if a motherfucking Noble Jew Ali disciple is arguing with a motherfucking Elijah Muhammad disciple? That's the dumbest shit in the world. But I'll tell you who's telling the truth, because the truth is neutral, right up the middle. Right up the motherfucking middle. Right? So now, we running out of time for these motherfuckers to produce these three kings before Mother Nature really show her ass. But they already agreed. They just negotiating other political prisoners now. Just because you don't see what's going on behind the scenes don't mean shit not going on behind the scenes. It's just bigger than one motherfucker. Larry Hoover just the focal point, the spokesman, the figurehead of a whole bunch of chiefs across the land in consolidation to overthrow this system that is not ours. Look, Frank, they told us we was Moors. Where the fuck you think we got it from? Where we get it from? We wasn't calling ourselves no Moors before 1492. We wasn't calling ourselves Moors before 1611. Pull up the documentation and prove me wrong. That's where I'm going with that. Right? Before 1611, we wasn't Moors. Pull up anything over here from this side of the water to verify that we was Moors before 1611. 1611 is when they finally kicked their ass out of Europe. Find some documentation find me something from the 1500s to say we was Moors. Find it. We wasn't Moors yet. We was a Maru. We was a Maru Incas. Right? And we used to call the motherfuckers over there across the water, they call Africans, we used to call them the Afar Inca. Our cousins. Right? But they ain't us. We ain't got no problem with them. Because we going over there to do the same thing over there that we doing over here. Get them motherfuckers out. Because it's been like this since they been here. Everywhere they go. This is the only way you're going to know them. Everywhere they go, they start shit. They shit starters. Professional shit starters. If you don't get that, you won't never know how to recognize them. Them smiley motherfuckers with the pretty faces is always on bullshit. You know who they is. You know, you done seen them in action. You done probably helped them a couple of 2 or 3 times or more. Hell, you might even be one of them motherfuckers. But I'm going to tell you this. That's exactly what Pac said. All this riding I'm doing, I never thought no motherfucker look like me would be the one shoot me. The reason somebody look like him that shoot him because they ain't us. That's Jimmy Henchman and Czar Entertainment. Right? With his little conquistador sidekick that he got shooting motherfuckers on his behalf. We know who the fuck they is. Thanks, Curtis Jackson, for making that shit clear. 50 Cent on the 50 flip to a big 50. They look like us, but they ain't us. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. That's why them motherfuckers that don't look like us kept saying it was your own people did it to you. What the fuck is you talking about? They ain't us. us. They look like us. By motherfucking skin tone, hair texture. But some of the physical appearances don't even look like us. Right? We know who the fuck we is. On the land. Walking the land as free men. They want to make you bond servants. Slaves. They not us. Right? So, this is where we wrap it up at. If you don't get the point that you ain't them, you probably one of them and you probably won't be here. If you don't get the fact that we was already here before anything called a more existed, we was already here. Motherfucker, we been here so goddamn long, we was already here when we got here. Well, right, that don't make no sense. Motherfucker, we built it. Here wasn't here till we built it. There wasn't no here till we built this shit. That's how long we been here. So, I'm going to say it again. When them motherfuckers ask you who you is, tell them I was already here. I didn't come on no ship, and I ain't black. I ain't white. Right? Because those are the chess terms of the attacker that's used to push the divide and conquer agenda. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, you don't gotta take my word for it. Go listen to Taj Tariq Bey, heavy in the science. Been telling y'all this shit well over 50 years and niggas still ain't got it. Telling y'all how to survive and navigate in the contract while the dirt going down so that you can receive the least amount of impact to your day-to-day life. Taj Tariq Bey. That man need a motherfucking medal of honor. A Purple Heart. A motherfucking state motherfucking parade in his honor for telling you motherfuckers that this shit is a fraud for over 50 years and you niggas still don't get it. Asking that nigga the same question every day that the last motherfucker just asked you. Didn't you hear the last time he answered it? 72 times ago. You ain't hear that? He been answering the same shit. This is not the de jure. This is the de facto. That's what he tell you. This government is de facto. When the de jure reclaim they right, the de facto gonna fall. Tariq Bey been telling you motherfuckers and you still don't get it. He ain't the only one. Scroll down my page. If it's a righteous more talking, and you see a more on my page, he a righteous more talking on the land. And all of the righteous Moors are us. And all of the dirty Moors is them. And this is the battle lines being drawn. And it ain't about divide and conquer. Because every motherfucker wearing the fez ain't our enemy. But every motherfucker wearing the fez ain't our kinfolk either. Right? Because all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Right? Them de facto mean they fraudulent artificial government operating in the capacity under the color of law as if they was lawgivers on the land. The de jure means the absolute truth to the matter. Right? Superior position to jurisdictional right and law. Superior position to jurisdictional right before the eyes of God. The de jure. The ones who belong here. Been here, gonna be here. Right? So this is where we at. So, if you motherfuckers want to know the truth about a Moor, stop everything you doing, put your nationality card down. Put your motherfucking nationality papers to the side and get you a crash course in Taj Tariq Bey. Gonna explain it redundantly over and over for 50 years and you niggas don't get it. I'm not gonna wake y'all up in no 2 days. I don't have to wake everybody up. I just got to get the message to the people that got the function, that got the responsibility and the skill set to carry on the mission. That's it. I don't gotta convince every motherfucking body. That's the dumbest shit in the world because everybody not supposed to always agree. Because how is you going to test it to find out if it's true? If because somebody say it, everybody agree. And that's how this shit go. So I'm down to 5%. I supposed to already been out of here. It's 11.25 at 5%. That's an 11.7. It's a 7-11 master initiated flip off of a 5-star 2-bar cane. That's a 3 stars rising. That's 3 kings walking the land. That's free men. Period. So take this, put it in the public domain, and spread the word as much as possible. All of those that's like us, share the shit out this. The ones that ain't like us, just keep sitting on the fence and watch your ass fall.